my QNH is okay. Yeah, you'd want 32,000 to get where I am anyway. Or 32,000 I mean.
Hello everyone and welcome to the LR series, which is the UK tour. It's the second to last flight of the tour before we move on to our next destination, which is Canada. So today,
I'm just flying over it now.
what we're going to do is I'm going to try my best to follow the aircraft with Flight Club. It's on VATSIM. I'm connected as an observer, which means I'm going to do my best to try and keep up with the Flight Club. They can't see me, but I can see them. This stream's purely just to show you roughly what we do. This is a VFR trip, and we do stick to the rules on VATSIM.
Listen here,
what I've done is I've got a live feed of the VATSIM, so you'll be able to hear our pilots when they're on when they're contacting ATC. Currently, we are on Unicom, so there's going to be very limited ATC. Sorry about the calls. I've just moved my phone away from the stream.
Let me guess, that did not end well.
So,
no,
currently, we are at
how long did it take you getting out of Portland?
Catherine, so we're in Wales and we are going to Exeter. So what we'll do is now I'm going to taxi to the runway as quick as possible and
roughly. It took him about an hour and a half. No, it took me about 2 hours and 15 minutes.
What, just getting out?
No.
Oh, the whole thing?
Yeah.
Oh, that's not too bad. Because it was insanely busy.
I think Liam must be toiling, lads.
Are we doing touch and go at Welshpool?
Yeah, might as well.
Just let everyone know this is my first stream for Aviate Flight Club. We do have multiple streamers.
Liam must be in dire straits somewhere because he's nowhere to be seen, is he?
What is he even doing? Is he streaming or what?
Yeah.
He is, yeah.
Oh, in fact, hold on. He said he was going to connect as an observer, didn't he? So we wouldn't see him anyway.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Hopefully he's listening.
And he'll be like, yeah, screw you guys, try to slag me off. I'm going to open this storm window and
jump out.
Ah, never opened. Gas in the...
The sounds on the aircraft is awesome, aren't they, Albert?
Unreal.
Just to find out where we are, because I'm unfamiliar with this airport.
Unreal.
I've been loving the Twin Otter, but I swear, if it's any windy, that thing, you cannot take off or land in it.
Oh, did you buy the Aerosoft one?
Uh-huh.
Nice.
Just
a lot of liveries that come with it, yeah. Nice, and variants.
I'm just learning everything, so
there's lots of nice liveries and variants.
There's a lot of variants and stuff to it. It's awesome. I would recommend it. I would highly recommend it.
Yeah, it's getting you up tonight at about 6 PM.
Man, you're on the TBM anyway, yeah?
I am.
See you catching me there. Jesus.
No, that's not me. That's,
no, I'm in the TBM.
Well, I'm in the TBM, but it's behind you is Austin.
And I am boot scooting. Yeah. Let me tell you. You want to talk about boot scoot boogieing? That's what I'm doing. I'm a boot scoot boogieing.
Like I said, I'm going to go straight off and try and catch up with them as quick as possible.
Yeah, I see your ground speed's about 300 knots, so it's insane.
Look at that.
I should be able to see you, Manny, but I can't.
I have slowed down a little bit on purpose.
So once we're up in the air, I'll get some relaxing music on for you to enjoy the flight and the visuals. But we will do our best to try and catch up to Aviate Flight Club. I will have to, even though they can't see me, I'm going to do my best to try and respect the rules of aviation as well.
Where's all these new people coming from? We've had another 2 new people join up.
Yep.
One of them isn't Pascal, no?
Probably what's his mouth posting on Facebook on that one group. That's how I found y'all.
Oh, cool.
Ah, that's good.
I met a fella back there. He was just landing. He's a French lad from... Definitely France. A French lad called Pascal, I mean. French lad from France, I was going to say.
Yeah, I want to put it on the
So I sent him
autopilot.
the Discord link
Control
anyway. Now I
this,
don't know if
focus
he.
on making the stream better for you guys. After you get some visual tours. So.
Oh, lovely little dam just passing it there. Oh, I can't get a screenshot. Oh, fantastic.
Just testing the autopilot, see how it behaves.
The views are really nice right now.
Yeah, for 2020, you never know how it's going to behave.
Fantastic. Nice picture of the dam you'll be passing there now.
Hey, what's your altitude? Whoever's in front of me in the.
I am. Albert is on front of you, and I'm at 3,000 feet.
Okay, good. I'm higher than you, because I'm probably visiting to fly
So now
over
we're
you.
going to climb to 3,000 feet.
Oh, I can see you behind me. Yeah.
Obviously,
That's the only thing we get in that tailwind. The aircraft just wants to push you up, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So I may have to.
I'm trimmed nicely now.
Speed.
Not too
I'll
bad.
lower that slightly.
Still don't have your
90
visual, Chris.
feet per minute.
Nah.
Apparently you're right next to me.
So right now
Slightly higher.
we've departed Cathron and we're into Exeter. We are covering.
Right, what have we
12
online?
different countries for
EGCC
the,
delivery, ground tower. They won't
so that's a
affect
lot
us
of
otherwise.
departures.
I've got you there.
I think it's 16 departures per country. So at the moment we're coming to end of
See
the
me now?
UK series.
Yeah.
Can you see me
It was a test and
now?
trial because it was the first time that we've expanded like this and it's
See
been a
me now?
success. So we're going to do the same but
Okay, according to my fingers, we are 8 miles from the runway.
So till we catch up, I'm
Oh,
just
I
going to
get
stick to music on. I'll
bashed
try to
all
keep
over
the
the
voice to
place.
a minimum. I don't want to bore you guys with my voice, but
38 tail
enjoy the
now.
scenery.
Tailwind.
Oh, Donia, she doesn't look anything special, does she really?
Not the same, no.
Nope. I think out of the main three peaks over here in the UK, Snowdonia is the sort of ugly duckling.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You would say that, wouldn't you?
How do you mean?
Being from Scotland and having apparently the best one.
But we do have the best one. And then we have Scaffold Pike, is it, for England?
There's something Pike, yeah, probably. Sounds about right.
Which is lovely as well. I have seen pictures. I don't know how well it's.
called, yeah.
Then we've got this Snowdonia without the snow. Fucking false advertisement from the Wales again. Beckers.
Okay, I'm heading towards.
I don't.
Just cutting the RPMs down there, just noticed on a bit of a bit high. If anybody who's watching the stream, just be aware that the UK at the moment is getting battered by heavy winds. I can't remember the name of the storm, they've named it something silly. But these are storms, so the winds are quite high. So at 3,000 feet, not quite a crosswind, but I've got one that's 34 knots at 3,000 feet. So as you can see, the aircraft's bouncing from left to right. But right now, the winds are pretty heavy from me. There's been a lot of trees falling down, a lot of damage to people's garden furniture. My partner's rabbit decided to fall over in the wind, but we managed to fix his hutch. So yeah, that just shows you how powerful these winds are. Even in aviation, it can be a challenge. Right now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to see where everybody is, because obviously it's a big sky and we don't want to be missing anything. So let's see where everybody is. See if it shows you on the FS 2020 map. No, we can see the route but we can't see the pilot. So what I'm going to do is I've got a little nav map set up, which is a really good tool if you guys have never used it before. I'm recently new to it, but as you can see, the big yellow one, that is me, and obviously the red ones, these are all the AV8 members. So we're doing a first touch and go at Welsh Pool. So again, we've never flown to these airfields, so we're just literally flying to them and just landing at them. So right now the aircraft's slowly getting back on plan, as you can see with the line. So we've taken off from Catherine. We will be going to Welsh Pool. Then we'll do another touch and go at a land farm airstrip. Lane farm airstrip. And we'll see where we're going to next. So we're going to Beacon, which I think it's either Beacon or Beacon. I'm not sure where it is because it's only showing you the code. I'm just looking now. Cardiff Airport. So we're going to Cardiff Airport, and then we've got another waypoint here. I presume that's going to be a landmark or something in the simulator, but we'll soon see. And then we've got another reservoir which we'll be flying over, which is Clatsworthy Reservoir. And then obviously we've got a top of descent here, and then we'll be landing at Exeter Airport. So quite a big flight, so we'll soon see what we've got to do when we get to these ones. Especially I'm looking forward more to this land farm airstrip. I think it's going to be the most challenging one. Be interesting if it's actually a proper grass airstrip. We'll soon see. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put the VFR map up here so I know where I actually am. Hi, if you've got any questions on the stream, please comment in the box, and please let me know anything that you need to know. So right now we are currently bouncing at 40 knots in the air, and just trying to get my mouse back. I don't know where my mouse has gone. I think I've got that FS 2020 bug. There we go. Yeah, if any of you guys are getting this bug, that's on FS 2020 with the mouse cursor that disappears. What you need to do is you just need to press escape, so it puts back to your menu, and then it comes back alive. Hopefully the Zorbo fixes that. But right now we're actually flying right now over Snowdonia. So as you can see on the map there, I believe fair to see. I think this is actually Snowdonia here. This is all Snowdonia. Not very snowy like, but it's there, it's in the sim. So we've just flown over Snowdonia. I didn't expect to see that actually, so that's been interesting. One thing I've got to take into account is I'm in the 172, so I'm only travelling roughly 116 knots, so the aircraft that the other guys are in are a lot faster than Kodiak. So we've just had a call, which is one of our members. He's already at the first landing challenge. So obviously this is the first stream for me in this sense, so I think the next stream, if we do another group tour and stuff, I think I'm actually going to start spawning at the airport so you guys can see them land, because I don't believe that flying even at this speed to catch up to them is going to work, but at least you get a sense of the scenery and what we do. So we all keep safe distances between each aircraft, we follow VATSIM rules, and we contact ATC when we need to. Right now I'm just in observer mode purely just for the stream purposes, but this is how we do things. Just showing off our new 172 livery for Aviate Flight Club. So we've got a custom cockpit done, as you can see the seats and stuff, and the roof there. We've also got an outside livery made for us, which is fantastic. Pretty simple. And we've also got one for the Cessna Grand Caravan and the A32NX for FS 2020. For the other simulators, I'd have to double check to see what we've got available, but we are continuing to expand our liveries, and I will continue to have a look and see, develop different aircraft liveries myself. So if you're new to the YouTube channel and stuff, what do we do at Aviate Flight Club? Well, we do multiple things. We do IFR, VFR, we do flight tours, but we try to keep it on VATSIM because we don't want to discriminate any other simulators. So we have X-Plane users, FS 2020, FSX, Prepared, we have all sorts of users. So we try as best to do the flight plans and make it convenient for all our pilots. So we do our flight plans through little nav maps. So it's just so easy for you guys to follow the same plan, so no matter what simulator you're on. Right now, you can actually see the other Aviate Flight Club members actually appear on the VFR maps. So I think we are actually catching them. I'm not sure what this aircraft is here. I'm just going to check little nav maps because it might just be no. It's actually another member. It's an Airbus A320neo, and it is currently 32,000 feet. So it is just about 31,000 feet above us. So we're perfectly fine. Obviously I've never landed at these airfield guys, so I am currently learning to fly for real, so I'm not a real life pilot yet, so do please be a bit more with my landings because it depends on the aircraft I'm flying. I fly the Cessna 150 in real life, obviously I've flown the 172 but not with the G1000. I use the nice classic steam gauges, and I actually feel more confident with the steam gauges than I do with the G1000. So I'll do my best to do my landing for you guys. It's just amazing how many villages and towns you fly over, you don't realise what they're called, the names or anything like that. Places that you'd never actually see in real life. Just be interested to see what these little villages are, just between these hills here. Right, what I am going to do is now, I'm actually going to drop down 1,000 feet, so I'm going to throttle down slightly. Just keep it slightly to the green and go to the vertical speed. Forgive me if this is not the correct process. The 172 for the G1000, like I said, I fly the gauges, so I am currently learning it still. And this stream is just purely for entertainment purposes only. So right now I've set it to -700 feet per minute because I'm actually not watching for the airfields, or I'm just trying to show the scenery for you guys. I need to also maintain that distance for the airports and stuff. So that's why I'm roughly going at 3,000 feet. So looking at this, it looks like a proper tarmac airfield, so we'll soon see. Again, if there's any comments you want to post in the box, ask me anything and I'll do my best to answer for you. Even answers to the Aviate Club related, if you're interested in joining, or you're wanting to take part in group events, or just interested just to follow us on the group tours. Let us know how you think the stream should be, and if there's anything that should be included that you think is critical to these streams. So right now these streams will probably not be quite frequent, because myself personally, I don't get to fly much, so I have to balance the books between flying and streaming. But we do have other streamers on Aviate Flight Club, and Captain Msfs, he's the one that's been frequently streaming for us, and he's fantastic, so please watch his content on our flight page. So please, if you could support us, subscribe. If you're watching this and you're new, it'd really help us out, and it's interesting to meet new people. Let's get back in the green there, because we don't want to go into the flaps area zone. Right. I believe that the airfield is just over this hill here. So right now, if we was doing this properly for VATSIM and stuff, we would actually go into the proper patterns for the approach. So, but like I said, for entertainment purposes, I'm just going to get landed because I don't want to stay too far behind our flight club members. We've got quite a few that's moving on, so they've seen quite a few of the landmarks that we've not been able to get to yet. Actually, we should be almost on top of it, but I don't see it at the moment. Oh, am I on top of it? Ah, I see the airstrip. So what I'm going to do is now I'm going to power down because we need to lose it. We're just flying over the airfield, so I'm actually going to try my best to land it. It's just a quick touch and go. Again, it's not following the VATSIM procedures because I'm not actually active on VATSIM, I'm just an observer. So we are on Unicom, so you're not going to hear much ATC unfortunately, but next time I do a stream and if it's highly on VATSIM, I'll do the drone camera so we can actually listen to the VATSIM traffic and stuff. So right now we'll give one stage of flaps, so 10 degrees flaps. So watch that balloon. We're going to keep throttling at roughly where it is. We want to ideally drop to 1,000 feet. As you can see, it is a tarmac airstrip, so I'm not too concerned on this one. Just keep it steadily going down. One thing that you need to realise, when you turn you lose airspeed, so it's best to always give it that extra bit of throttle. And now because we're going to be on final, I'm going to give it 20 degrees of flaps. Might be slightly too high, but again, I'm not overly concerned. I'm going to throttle down to kill that speed. I'm actually going to get third stage of flaps, so we've got 30 degrees flaps. You have to forgive me because the flight controls have gone backwards at the moment, so I'll just fix it slightly. So right now we've got a 16 knot wind, so I can actually feel it, and it's actually pulling back, which is it's really interesting. This one thing that's more interesting is when I'm pressing the lever, it's not. There we go. Make sure I put some throttle in so we don't lose touch airspeed because that's a bit too much. Because we don't want to go below 65 knots. Oh, a nasty wind here. 18 knots, it's increasing. So we're crabbing it in. Bit of a bounce there. I was actually on a flip, and that's what happens. We'll pretend that didn't happen, guys. Yeah, we'll pretend that didn't happen. Just 1 second, guys. It's my fault, again, it's my first stream, so I am learning everything. It's not. When I've gone on my Spad next, I've realised I've got the profile set up for the Kodiak 100, so my yaw is just not there right now. There we go. That was just so embarrassing. What I'm going to do is now, I'm going to taxi to the runway and take off again. Now I've got my profile set up properly. Next time we do a stream, this is just a tester stream. So this is just testing the water, see what people want, and also to see if the stream's capable. So if you're interested in learning Microsoft Flight Sim or anything, any simulator, we can do it. We can teach you how to learn the aircrafts and stuff. We do have real people who are real pilots, so we've got people who've got the PPLs and stuff, so they can actually show you how to fly the aircraft correctly and not just do what I just did on the runway there. It's very rare that that's the first time that's actually happened, and it seems to have happened when I've done a stream. So just need to up the game a bit. Let's get centre line. Now just getting a bit of left rudder. I don't know what's going on with the aircraft. Right, I think I've worked it out. What's actually happening is it's leaning to the left. When I let go of my flight controls, it's going left. But I've got a feeling the wind's I think there's a problem with live weather because the aircraft's behaving really odd. It's very unusual that. What I'll do is I'll mention that to the admin team of the Aviate Flight Club and see if they're having the same issues with live weather. That's interesting. So again, we're climbing but we're losing the airspeed, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to level out a bit there, 200 feet, just to get that bit of airspeed back up. That is very interesting. That we was doing a wheelie on the front wheel and the right wheel, but the left wheel was off the ground. So that's interesting. Let's get back onto autopilot. I'm going to set the VS to 400 feet, or not 900 feet per minute, and put back to navigation. Guys, just bear with me. I'm just going to.
Yeah, David. What do you think of that Justin tries you?
Right, I'm just watching now because I've just been messing with the stream. The autopilot's misbehaving, and we don't want to stall this aircraft, so. Make sure that speed gets there. I think there's a problem with live weather right now. This is behaving really weird. So, people who's on a FS 2020, there is a program called Your Controls, and we are currently using that and test it. It's in testing phase at the moment, where we can actually have. It's like share your cockpit with someone, so you've got the same person, so you're in the cockpit with the person who you're flying with, and what's interesting about it is you guys can interact with the controls and the other person who's on the sim can see the controls removed, so we can use it for training purposes, but obviously not for real life flying. We do strictly keep it to base for simulation. For this flight simulation entertainment purposes only. Put the autopilot and see how it's behaving now. I'm going to keep it 2,000 feet, just so we're not having to descend too much. So the next waypoint, I believe, is going to be, let's get that nav maps back up, is the challenging land farm airstrip. So let's see what we can do with this one. So the streams will get better. I'm actually going to stream now and again where we're actually going to do a private VFR tour. I think I need to do a bit of research and obviously find out how we can make these streams for the group tours work. We did mention it previously that they are hard to stream, obviously to keep up with each other, but we've also got to maintain vaccine rules, so but we do aim to be 100% professional. So what I'll do is that now and again for the streams I'll be doing like live tours and stuff, so it will not be anything like the group tours we do. It's just like, say we'll go to Edinburgh Castle, or we'll go to we'll go around the island of Madeira and we'll just have a sightseeing tour, and obviously talk about some landmarks and stuff around there. So you guys, if you just got time that you just want to relax, you can just listen to some nice music or no music depending on what you want, and we'll just do some videos on some tours around there. We do have I think he's very professional, Captain Measy. He does some fantastic streams, so yeah, I think he mainly does IFR. I think that IFR mainly what he does. I am going to speak to him and see what streams that we can get him to do. But we will keep it content related for AVA and interesting for you guys. But yeah, if you're interested in joining, you can find us on Discord. Obviously you found us on YouTube if you're watching. We do have a Facebook, and we do tend to fly on VATSIM. We do, I think, roughly one landing challenge, which now and again is on a Wednesday, and we mainly fly on a Saturday and a Sunday. But on the Discord we have all the flight events of what we do. Right now we have got, just have a look for you to give you a bit of. Sorry, I'm just streaming on, not streaming, just moving my cursor on me or the monitor. We've got 14 events happening, and obviously this is. Oh yes. It's alright, I've just seen that, it's just come up, that's interesting. So right, we've got the LO UK North Wales to Exeter, which is what currently we're doing. We have got the Exeter to London City via Jersey tomorrow. I've heard that one's a special event, so I'll see if we can stream that one or not. So that'll be interesting. What's interesting is it's not listed as an airport on Microsoft Flight Sim. There's actually an airfield there. Is it an airfield? If you guys know what that is and you're watching, please comment and let me know what it is. Pretty interesting, some of the sceneries. But yeah, back to the events. We are introducing Canada, which will go live 1st of February at 9 PM, and that's on a Tuesday, and that is opening on a landing challenge. But this Canada one's going to be a bit of a VFR, IFR. So we've done 1 or 2 IFRs for the UK series, but mainly VFR. So we've learned that people want a bit more IFR, so we're doing IFR, landing challenge and VFR. So we're making it a bit of mixture and a bit more fun. revs a bit, so we're not in the red. So right now, the correct altitude I would be at is roughly 3 to 3,500 feet over this hill. I am currently at 2,000 feet, but I am flying not on vaccine rules. So we are on vaccine, but we're observer, which means they can't see us. I'm just doing it for scenery tours for you guys. But this is a route that we do on the UK series right now. I'm actually going to increase the altitude slightly because it's looking dangerously low. So we are going to increase 500 feet. So right now, how many pilots do we have flying this flight right now? Well, if you count me, technically I'm not on vaccine, but I am still taking part in the event. There are 1, 2. So we have got 6 members actively flying at the moment, and that's including me. We do have a lot of members, but at the moment it's at a strange time. We have people currently, believe it or not, we've got somebody from Ireland. I won't be mentioning no names on the stream, so again, if you do join us and you're in the streams and stuff, your names will never be on the stream, so you don't have to worry about that. We've got one, I believe he's from down London. We've got one from Scotland. We've got one from Canada, and the other 2, I'm not quite sure where they're from, as they're quite new members. So we do have somebody from Spain, so we've got quite a lot of people. We've even got one from Sri Lanka, so we've got quite an open, what should we say, fan base for Aviate Flight Club, so we've got a lot of members from different areas of the world. So right now we are approaching, so I'm going to descend back down to 2,000 feet. In fact, yes, 2,000 feet, I'll do that. Vertical speed of -500, and let's put the revs down so we don't have a speed. This farm is coming up, so right now, as you can see, that is what the wind's doing. We're flying in that direction. The plane is facing that direction. So now we've got a nasty wind of 35 knots, so we have got a direct crosswind of 35 knots. So this little airstrip, it's going to be interesting to see what it looks like. Still not close enough for the map to come up. Even just for basic scenery, this is fantastic. Now is I'm going to try and keep it at roughly just above 70 knots because we made the mistake on the approach on the last one of not actually setting the descent up properly. But if you are doing the flights with us, obviously we use a little nav maps, we make sure we all do his approaches, make sure we all follow the controls correctly. But sometimes when you're trying to fly an aircraft and do a stream at the same time, it can be a bit too much for people. I am going to give it one stage of flaps, take it off autopilot, and I'm actually going to fly it myself, see what it's like. This wind is really falling out with this aircraft, hasn't it? See, a crosswind of 33 knots, I wouldn't probably recommend landing on a grass airstrip. Not for if it's a short one. I think it's dangerous right now with the winds that we're flying in right now. Keep that throttle up. Normally I do my research on an airfield before. I'll Google Earth it. Yes, it might not look exactly like it like in the simulator, but I can kind of guess roughly where it is around the mountains and stuff. So right now I'm just flying blind. I'm just fighting the winds, looking for the approach. So right now all I'm doing is I'm not moving anything on the yoke. I'm just keeping it trimmed, so every time it trims out, I'm trimming it. Not big movements, just tiny little movements, just enough to keep it so we're not descending. Obviously, it's always going to go up and down due to the winds, so there's not much I can do about that, I'm afraid, apart from try and trim it. So this airstrip is not actually coming up as an airstrip on there, so that tells me it's going to be grass landing, this one. I can see the buildings there, so I presume I'm looking for water. So I'm looking at the maps now, it should be just over these hills. It's either this hill or the next one. I've got a feeling it's going to be the next one. Right now we're straight slightly off the plan, so we're going to go to the right, but I want to give myself that distance because we don't want to fly directly over it on the VFR map. And the reason why I'm not doing it is because that is directly over the airfield, so we do want to give ourselves that bit of approach. Right now we're 106 knots. Don't want to be going any faster, so we need to try and lose some of that speed as we're approaching. So we roughly want to keep it just short of 100 knots. So right now, this airstrip, as we can see when I put the maps back up for you guys, as you can see, it's called Lane Farm Airstrip, so I should be making my right turn now. Oh, I don't want to close it. Move it back to my other screen. So that tells me that we're close to it. Right now the sun's in the wrong direction, even though it's sorry, I'm just trying to see where the airstrip begins. It's very difficult. I'm actually using little nav maps and flying using that. So right now I'm going to get full throttle to get that speed back up. Don't want to be dropping below 70 knots, not in the 172. Especially with right flaps, you don't want to be dropping. So right now I'm now heading in the direction, but this slight angle I will need to go to the right a bit more. And now we've got a 10-degree turn. The farm strip should just be over this hill, I believe. I'm hoping that the water's simulated in it, and I believe that's the water there. Well, that was a really terrifying gust of wind. The wind's just changed dramatically, direction to 36 knots. It's one thing that I don't like about this sim right now with the live weather, is the wind, if it updates and it updates the winds just change that quick. Right, what I'm going to do is now I'm going to throttle down because we should be very close, and I've actually increased 1,000 feet more than what I wanted to be on. So I believe all that water is there. Not quite sure where this airstrip is. Apparently, according to little nav maps, we're on top of it. Ah, we are on top of it. There's the airfield, as you can see. It's a grass strip. It's going to be an interesting approach, so we're going to land. Even though you can't see the numbers, the number we're going to land is actually on runway 06. We're going to land in. Get one stage of flaps. Still losing altitude we need to lose, but we don't need to lose too much speed. Give it 20 degrees flaps. So remember, this aircraft on the G1000 does not have a car beat like the steam gauges do. Well, this aircraft doesn't, at least. We're going to get 30 degrees flat because it is a very short runway. Now this is not the correct approach for this airfield. This is just for entertainment purposes only, and to try and keep up with the other guys. So right now I've fully throttled down right now to try and get this landing, but the wind is really dangerous.
500.
So we have to try and fight the wind the best we can. 15 knot wind, slightly better winds, but obviously don't know how it's going to behave. Right now, the wind I've noticed on this aircraft, well, it's any aircraft right now. At the moment, the live weather, it tried to flip us, but I've just spoke to the team, and apparently that's normal. You have to fight with it. So we've just landed. To be honest with you, I was a bit concerned for the approach. I felt really high, coming in maybe slightly hot, but it wasn't horrendous, and I stopped it from flipping. That's the main thing. We got down here safe, but we're going to now move on to the next waypoint. So one thing I don't like is the trees at the end of this runway. So as soon as we've got a chance, right, it's doing it again. Right, we're gonna have to. What I'm gonna do is now is I'm gonna have to end this stream right now, because if I press restart, it's going to move us on to the next one. So what I'm gonna do is now. Disconnect. I'm going to actually disconnect from the flights. We're going to go to the main menu. I'm actually going to change the surprise, but I am going to mention that because that's not normal. The wind shouldn't flip the aircraft like that. So I think there's something wrong with live weather there right now. What we're actually going to do is we're going to jump to the airport that everyone's going to. So we're going to go to Cardiff. Is it Cardiff? The airport? Oh, if we get to Exeter. So if we get to Exeter, so Echo Golf Tango Echo Exeter Airport. Set this as departure. If we can get there quick enough, we'll get to see Aviate Flight Club landing. I will have to reconnect my VATSIM. Right. I'm actually going to experiment this. So if you guys watching the stream, just set the camera up really quick. Get the V-pilot connected as quick as possible. Connect observer. Now they won't be able to see me at the gate, but we can see them when they're coming further out. So obviously they are using VATSIM and they're using aircraft that sometimes we haven't got for model matching, so they may be flying a Kodiak, for example. I have the Kodiak, but for some reason it shows up as a completely different aircraft, so it's all about model matching. Actually make sure that I'm at the runway. Right. There's actually one inbound and it's Aviate 4. There we go, we can actually see them there. So right now, you might think that you're just looking at an empty airport, but right now what you don't realise is we've actually got aircraft inbound, which is, again, it's our fellow Aviate members. If I just put this camera up here, turn the drone follow camera mode off, if you can actually see it right there, we've actually got a member right there. We've actually got one coming in and then another one coming in. So Aviate Flight Club, we've got quite a few members in. We've got 200 and odd members so far, looking to increase. But we are currently only flying with 8 people right now. That's on this this flight. It is, like I said, it is an odd time in the afternoon for the UK. Set the 50%. So this is Aviate 4 that's coming in for landing. Again, we are on VATSIM, so everyone's scenery is different. As you can see, it's just touched down now. That's Aviate 4 down. And let's see who's coming in for the next one. If you've got any questions in what I'm doing right now, just comment in the box and I'll do my best to tell you what we're doing exactly. Sorry about that. Just loading little nav maps up. Nah, it's too big for you guys. So right now we've actually got another Aviate. He hasn't got a call sign set, but we have actually got another one coming in for landing. And he's in a TBM. There's actually Aviate 710. He's still a bit away, but we have got the TBM that's coming for landing now. Again, if you see the juddering, it's because it's on VATSIM. So I've got the that Aviate member down. Who else we've got now coming in? So there's one that's currently flying over. Is in a Grand Caravan. I don't know if he's coming in for landing right now. I think he's just flying, but it's Aviate Flight Club 690. And then the next one we have got, and he's extended his approaching, is Aviate Flight Club 001. So that I think it's it's our boss of Aviate Flight Club. So we're not judging his landing. If any of you guys joined the stream earlier, the live weather with the wind was terrible. It was flipping the aircraft upside down. So I need to investigate why that's doing it. So obviously our members are taxiing to their stands, and they all wait till we've got the certain ones on approach. So we've got one coming in now. You can just see the lights in the distance there. There should be 2 aircraft in this area, so I'm not quite sure where the other one is. So we have got a Grand Caravan coming in, so it's AFC 690. And then behind him we have the AFC 001, and then coming in we have AFC 710. So the AFC 710 is using a custom aircraft, but it's coming as a generic piston, single piston Zobo aircraft, so that could be anything. This one that's coming in is a Grand Caravan, and then we've got the TBM coming in next. So if you're interested in these streams, I will do these for our IFR flights. I will speak to the people in charge and see if we've got any plans coming in for IFR that I can stream, and I'll get back to you guys and let you know what's the plans in terms of what we can what's available to stream. So right now we're at its final destination, which is at Exeter Airport, and we have 3 aircraft inbound and 2 currently landed. So now you can see the Cessna Grand Caravan's just landing. When the aircraft gets a bit closer, the wheels and stuff will start to show up. That is just VATSIM for model matching. That looked like it was a beautiful approach, and obviously a very smooth landing by our member. Right now we are just waiting for a member. Just found out on the nav maps. Let's just give you guys a bit more footage rather than just looking at the trees swaying. What we've actually got here is on the nav maps. As you can see, the yellow aircraft is me, parked at the gate, and the red ones are other pilots. So we've got AFC 990, which is just there on the right hand side. That's coming in, the TBM. And then a bit further up the flight plan, we've actually got he's starting to approach now. And that's our AFC 710. As you can see, they follow little nav maps rather than following the direct route, which is not what you're supposed to do. They've done the correct procedures, obviously through VATSIM, and let's just get back in the map. And they followed the proper glide slope into the airport, which is very, very important for all inbound aircraft to follow the correct procedures, follow the correct glide slope. So right now you can see this is the flight that I did, and obviously I ended it there because it just was not working with live weather, but it seems to be working for the other guys. So again, the TBM's now approaching at 112 knots. I don't know how accurate this is, but it's 112 knots it's showing, and at 1400 feet and slowly descending. So I will remove it as soon as the aircraft gets close. I'll remove this from view, and then we can get a quick view of the airport, well, the aircraft that's inbound. Again, the aircraft won't show deliveries. It's down to model matching. I need to speak to the admin team to try and get some more model matching on my side. So if I am going to do these streams, I will try and get the model matching so I can see the other guys what sort of liveries they're in. Looks like FC 710 is going to cut in middle of the glide slope, so I don't. Obviously, it'll be alright for the footage because you guys are not having to wait. But I'm going to remove this screen from view as the aircraft's now currently inbound, and I'm actually going to change the view for you guys. I'm going to do it from this side and actually try and get a little scenic one. Let's just adjust the camera footage. Just a tiny bit. There we go. And as you can see, the TBM's now currently landing at Exeter Airport. Fantastic landing from our leading pilot. So we should have one more aircraft inbound. I can see him on the stream. I don't know about you guys. The stream's running at 1080p, so don't know if that's going to make a difference, but I don't think you guys can see my mouse to point him out. Yeah, you can see my mouse. So my mouse is going to be just where that cloud is there. You can see the lights just above my mouse cursor there. And there's an aircraft coming in now. So again, this is the last aircraft that's inbound for this tour. We have got one more group tour tomorrow for the UK series, and then sadly we have to end the UK series because we move on to our next country, which is Canada. So that's going to be fantastic. But unfortunately, the months, the years, the time flies, and so does the group tours. And even though this is my third group tour with the club, as in for the UK series, it's been nice just to sit here and actually watch them land and actually do the approaches. So streams will be made available to watch again apart from this one. We are trying to keep it professional as possible, so we will be improving these streams. Any mistakes will be ironed out. I can assure that for you. This video will not be saved. It will be removed once it's finished streaming. There's too many errors that I've seen with the live weather and stuff. So when we do these live streams in future, we'll make sure that everything's up and running perfectly fine for you guys. Obviously, I can't do anything about live weather. That's a Microsoft problem. But I want to do some more stuff that I feel more comfortable with, rather than just doing something that I'm still currently learning myself. So I think the other members are doing a fantastic job in learning. I will be undergoing more training with the flight club to learn a few more approaches and stuff, and most importantly to make sure that I learn all the rules for VATSIM, because that is one thing that we all key at Aviate Flight Club, and that's VATSIM rules must be followed at all times. So right now the aircraft is currently inbound. It's not moving as quick as I would like to move. I don't want to keep you guys waiting. But he is doing the correct approach speeds and stuff, so he's doing a perfect approach. So right now he's at 54 knots. So I believe the aircraft is actually a 150. Is it 152? I can't tell you exactly what aircraft it is because it's just showing as a generic model. So just having a look now. It will come up as generic aircraft, guys. So it could be in the Kodiak, it could be in any aircraft, but obviously it'd be a lot faster approach than the Kodiak. But with it being single piston, I presume it's going to be a Cessna, like a 172, 150. That is going to be in. Just wait for VATSIM to catch up. So he's actually touched down really early on the runway. So he's actually, whether his scenery is different to mine, but he's actually touched down just before the main, just over the threshold. But he's down. And again, if you can see, it does that weird aircraft where it doesn't show the wheels and stuff. So he is using a custom aircraft. Just speed the camera up. So as you can see, some of the members have had to go once the flight's completed. But we've still got some members here. We've got two here and one that's here, and he's taxiing now. So we're all at the gates, and we all do our best to try and stay together till the end. So right now we're just getting members leaving now. We're all here. One thing I've noticed though is, as you can see, he's taxiing over the grass. He's not necessarily taxiing over the grass. I think he's actually an X-plane user. So this is the problem with model matching. If you don't have it for FS 2020, this happens. If you don't have the scenery, this happens. So it's, when you're on VATSIM and you want realism, the best thing is to make sure you get the model matching correct and everyone's got the same airport. So unfortunately not everyone wants to buy payware quality airports. For example, I haven't got payware Exeter, so he might have the UK scenery Exeter, so it's obviously going to be different layout to what we've got here on FS 2020. But again, guys, I do apologise, obviously we've not joined them in the aircraft. I believe I should have done this from the start because of the live weather and stuff. So I hope you enjoyed the video. What we tend to do is, mainly for the VFR, is we stick to VATSIM rules, we communicate via Discord. So even though we're on VATSIM, when on the Exeter channel, so on Discord, we do communicate, voice chat, and we do have a friendly chat. So we do have a side where we can communicate, and we do have a side where we have to treat it with respect on VATSIM, because there's other members wanting to simulate real life. So again, I'll catch you on the next stream. The next one, I think I'm going to do a VFR tour, but this will be the end of the stream. So again, thank you very much, and catch you on the next one.